right, peoples. Let's get it down. Let's get it down. Let's get it. What's going on, people? We are back. We are back. We are back. People. Let me get it right. There you go. People, we back with the show. Like I said, I got YouTube going, got TikTok going, got Instagram going. Let me tell you guys. All right, so here's the deal. For all the brand new people who are present today, let me tell you what this is, what we are doing, and how it works. All right? If you did it, anyone sees this, then you clip it up, put it out there to the world so they can see it too. This is basically what it is. We are going to stream a platform of Black content, that is Black podcast, leading with the first show you see on the screen now, the Scott Free Morning Show, which will consist of me in this beautiful face of mine. Potentially maybe a co-host in the future, who knows, we'll see. But right now we cover everything. It is the most randomest show, that's why it's called the Scott Free Morning Show. Free to talk about anything and everything, because I have a lot of things in this head that I like to cover. In the process of doing so, we also play music in the process of that, videos, songs, the whole nine, just to keep the energy up for the people. We do comedy, we do a lot of things in the middle. You got to be there to see it, right? We do all that in the middle, but to watch all of that content, which is free, you'll have to do it on the website, okay? It's going to be 300radio.com. It's where you're going to find it. Okay, but as of right now, the website is not completely finished. We had to do a lot of upgrades to handle the volume of what we expect to be coming. Okay, so with that being said, come check us out on here. We'll be shooting it, live streaming it a couple times a week. I'm gonna try to get a perfect schedule down, and hopefully this thing holds up. And like, we haven't had any major issues, but we'll see it soon when we end this. Outside of that, what else we got going on? Okay, yeah. And then, like I say, other than that, we got The Ride with Rick Grimes. Rick Grimes. All right, let me go and tell you about it. Rick Grimes is going to be a video show. Think of Midnight Love, but this man is probably the coolest, smoothest older gentleman in the world. Full of game, full of knowledge. He's going to spit a lot of game. It's a call-in show he wants to do. And I'm going to tell you guys to... okay, you would know who he was, so he has to put a voice. He has somewhat slightly changed his voice, because if he didn't, you would know who he was, and it would set the internet ablaze. But he is over here on 300 Radio, the platform that we're housing all the shows on. That's what 300. I'm sorry, I go back to that. But he's over here. He'll be doing the show, and it's gonna be fun. I've seen the first couple episodes he's already put together, but he's gonna be shooting live coming soon. You guys are really gonna enjoy that. But that's called The Ride. That's going to be on the website as well. You'll be able to catch some of the content. Majority of his has got to be on the website. But again, think Midnight Love. Think about if you want to hear some great music, put you in nostalgic moods at times, play some songs you may not ever heard, and even current day thing. It's not pigeonholed into one thing. But when I say it's a ride, it's truly a ride. Okay, so you guys definitely going to be in store for that. All right. So other than that, Race to Wrestling. We have another podcast I do with my daughter, which has done pretty well, actually. We have done pretty good numbers. Not only that, we've had a lot of invites to do things, some things, and it's just, we talk about wrestling from a race perspective is what we're basically doing. And it's sometimes can be, but it's entertaining at best. It's not heavy. It's Scott Free is way more heavier. We cover way more heavier content than we do that. I just wanted to say that. Let me tell you too. In 300 Radio, all 300 Radio is the platform that houses all of these things. Where did the name 300 come from? 300, actually, I'll tell you guys later in the episode what that is. We'll hold that for now. But 300 Radio has a meaning, has a really deep meaning for Black people and for grassroots Black people especially. So, but we'll get into it later. Should I get it? Let me dive back into the content. Do I want to talk about Umar? Or do I want to talk? Let's start light, then we go to Umar in a minute. Okay, let's go over here. Let's do that. Oh, sorry. No, anybody can go to Antarctica, which is crazy. If you guys really stop and think and ask yourself a question, it doesn't make any sense that a piece of ice or frozen tundra that it goes on for as a continent that I'm taking their words, and it's full of nothing but ice and nothing is there. Then how the hell did you get all the countries in the world to agree on nobody settles there? I'm talking about, matter of fact, open enemies right now. Us in the same treaty that they agreeing they ain't gonna go over to Antarctica. The people with the little hats and the people that are musty all the time. Those people that no, I'm just boys. I don't know why I said that. I don't know. I'm sorry. Don't pay no attention to me. I'm just joking. But those people that are beefing, they agree on this treaty. They would literally right now they would not go to war, but they would do this. Excuse me, guys. Let me know. My hair's a rat. So you got basic. Shit. You got me doing too much. Stop. All right. So yeah, how you get them to do that? Because it's something in Antarctica. That's the whole point. There's something down there. There's something down there, something that we don't supposed to see, something we don't supposed to be a part of, something that I believe. Look, let's just go on conspiracy theories. Now, do I know this to be true? One thing I'm gonna tell you about Skyfree, this is L.Sky. You see the name on the screen if you watch it live on YouTube. If you on TikTok, kiss my ass, I'll get the graphic up there eventually. Okay? But until then, L.Sky, that's the name. L. says, how you tell me about all these explorers that went to see the stuff around the world, but I can't get in the boat no more and go explore? Because there's something out there. Now, do I know this to be true? No. Do I believe it to be true? Yes. Do I definitively know? No. So one thing you're going to learn about me is I don't tell you anything that I cannot prove to be definitively true. I just give you what my opinion is. And my opinion is they is hiding something out that way. They hiding some in the North Pole. Because none of this makes any sense. Why is it that you can see pennies on the ground in Las Vegas and then you see in the middle of Google Maps, it'll be like June 15, 2015. And you be like, you saw that. But you done blurred out the whole North Pole on Google Maps. Explain that to me. That don't make no sense. It don't make no sense that every time someone finds something on the map, I go look at it that I want to go see, they done blurred it out. I can't see something. People, I'm gonna tell you the truth, what I believe to be true. Again, allegedly. I don't know. I'm crazy. Something I believe to be true. I believe that there's not even lands on the outside of what we know to be true. I believe there's lands inside, like off the coast of California, there's land. There's no reason why they said that California was an island on all the maps, all the way up to like 1700 or something. I don't know what year, but look it up. But if you do that and you tell me how they're not an island anymore, either something catastrophic happened, or is California where they say California is at, man? I'm just saying, I don't know. Allegedly, I don't know these things. These are just questions that I have. I know that when I'm on a plane flying over the ocean, we so high up sometime it be clouds. I don't see what's underneath me. How do I know there ain't no land, no island, or something out there? Mind you, side note, didn't we just see a couple of weeks ago, Japan found like 17,000 islands or some shit, like some crazy amount of islands they find off the coast of Japan. What do you mean found off the coast of Japan? What do you mean you don't fly out that way? Y'all don't go west, you don't go east, you don't go south, whatever the direction y'all found that in? That makes no sense. No, what this says to me is something's not right. Something's amiss. They're telling you things that isn't true. That's what I believe. Hold on a second, guys. Had to hit that button, guys. Sorry about that. But nah, something different. I digress. I ain't gonna stay in this too much long. But anyway, let's move on. Oh God. No, 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 no. No, no, sir. This inspection was supposed to happen weeks ago. He, from inside his car, again, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm one of the YouTubian struggle streamers that he be talking about. And again, I get in trouble for criticizing. I'm not criticizing him. I am telling you, this makes no sense. This man sat in his car. I think he was either in his car or he was outside the school, whichever one, like he ain't got the key half the time. And he was telling us, to all the haters, to all the YouTubian struggle streamers, we got an inspection on Tuesdays, brothers and sisters. We got an inspection on Tuesdays, brothers and sisters. We have an inspection on Tuesdays, brothers and sisters. And he said, with all the haters, barring anything goes wrong with the inspection, brothers and sisters, we are a go, brothers and sisters, for the school to now get books and sheetrock and walls. I'm joking. I don't know what else he needs. He needs some. I know he needs some school books and some furniture. I don't know. Probably some pencils. I don't know. But that's a whole nother story. But no, sir. You was just at the Breakfast Club in like real time, sir. This is not old, sir. So I don't know what game you just be saying shit, then people don't even be watching half. Look, I don't even watch all your stuff. God dang. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Stop the presents. I had to get some buttons and some of it working too. Wait, guys, that's coming. Okay. It don't make no sense for you to say. Wait a minute. Umar, so you basically saying your school, you is not gonna be accredited, which means to people who don't understand school stuff at all. And I'm not like prolific at school stuff, but I do understand this. No accreditation means when your kids graduate from the FDMG Academy for School for Boys and they ready to go off to higher learning, they're gonna say, no, sir, you didn't go to school. Your school was unaccredited. You need to go get some accreditation and then you can come here. What the fuck? What the world? Umar. No, it gets worse every time he talks about it now. Like, can y'all not see the closer we get to it, something's wrong here, man. That doesn't make any. Okay. Let me move my stuff out the way. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to see something. Hold on. This makes no sense whatsoever. But all right, we go with it. Let's see. Let's keep going. Let's go, Umar.
Principal at a charter school, and there's so many hoops you got to jump through in order to keep that funding. It ain't really worth it to me. It's too much. It's too much. And so for me, I'm glad we went the way that we went. It's the first school in American history built exclusively by donations from African people from around the world. Every single continent, nearly every country donated to FDMG.
So when are you going to be opening the doors where students can start?
Well, we got to get a certificate of occupancy. I can't answer that. You feel me? That see, it's always something holding me. If we had it right now, I'm confident we can start August, not this year because you only got a few months, but of 2027. You feel me? But the question becomes, here we go again. We're completely done. How long before you give us our paper so we can start planning for the children? I can't answer that.
And with the children, what are you thinking as far as, I guess, attendance? Is it going to be paid? Is it going to be
tuition?
Free? Tuition, so the kids have
they got to pay. You don't pay, they don't come.
And everything. I got you.
And it's not going to be an issue for us because, number one, my popularity, my expertise, but also the demand. Where we are, if you look at the statistics for black children in Wilmington, if you go across the border and look at the educational statistics for black children in Chester, right? If you go across the border to New Jersey and look at the statistics for black children in Southern New Jersey or Northern Maryland, it ain't great. You follow me? So the parents in that area, they're looking for an alternative to the charter school system that's always expelling their kids, to the public school system who ain't teaching their kids, to the Catholic school system who are always looking for a reason not to allow their children in. And we're going to be just that. On Frederick Douglass's birthday, we completed the renovations at FDMG, so we completely done.
Well, there you have it, people. Dr. Umar, and I'm sorry, guys, for the YouTubers, not the YouTubers, the TikTokers, y'all couldn't hear it. I wasn't looking. I'm doing 30 things at once today. But that's Umar. He done told you the school is done and he's waiting for the paperwork. But he can't tell you nothing about the paperwork when it's going to be done, even though that Tuesday came and went. But it now came and went and then it's back again. And it's just, we still just waiting for that. And then once we do that, we're going to get the paperwork for the occupancy and then we rocking and rolling. I don't know where we going. To a school that has no accreditation, that is not going to be accredited. Now, this makes sense. Umar, excuse me, I'm going to call you, be respectful, Dr. Umar. This is truly is, and I know you don't give it, like you said, you don't give a damn. You don't care nothing about what I got to say or think or anything else. So, but this is me talking. This is me talking to myself, but hopefully you hear it. Dr. Umar, you should have started something for grown men that just needed some self-esteem building. That would have been better suited for you. If you were not going to get a school that was going to be accredited and a school that was going to where they could go off and flourish in the real world, I'm with you, sir. I'm with you. I would love all black people all over the world, as you like to say at the Pan-African. I would love to get us all to come together and take this world back so we don't worry about what the white tea man has to say and think about anything. I am right there with you, sir. But let's just be honest, that's not going to happen no time soon. And since it's not, they have to live in the real world. And since they have to live in the real world, why don't you help them by getting accredited so all the tough and necessary things that they learn at your school, which I believe in you, Dr. I believe you can do it. I believe you're going to be a superstar. But they need to be able to leave there with all that energy in their backpacks. I mean, the backpack. The energy that you put in their backs and the batteries you put in their back. That's what I'm trying to say. It needs to go somewhere and be something. And it needs you to, you're going to have to do that, sir. That's all I'm saying. And you can only do that if they're accredited. Because if they leave your school at 18 years old and they have no schooling underneath their belt, they are now at a detriment, not at a plus. Now, independently of the world, they can go out and do anything. It is true, they can. They don't have to do anything. But higher learning is out of the question. You're going to have to teach them where they have to go straight into doing something for self. And then people are then going to say, Dr. Umar, is that really your wheelhouse? But I digress. Let me get off of him for people to attack me for saying I'm attacking him. I'm just saying, this is me. When you go, I put like this. I'll say it this way, and this is no joking aside. I put no joke aside. Every time I go to do a business, and I've had 1 million of them fail. every time I went to go do a business, and every time I failed at something, the person that after I told them what happened and how I realized I failed at it, they said, well, damn, man, you should have known that. How the fuck I should have known something? I don't know. Why is it that I should have known better, even though I've never experienced it? But people are flat out telling this man, you are going about this the wrong freaking way, sir. Please change before it's too late. And what does he say? Nope. None of that's going to happen. I am the Prince of Papa, or whatever. That's all I'm saying. And it just doesn't make any sense to me. I digress. Move on. What else we got up here?
White people come fucking first. Understand that. Then the fucking minorities come.
This is a photo of the Ku Klux Klan marching in 1924 in New Jersey, protesting the immigration of people we now refer to as white. Same folks he's talking about in that video. Last spring, my daughter and I went on a field trip with another homeschooling family to Ellis Island and the Statue of Liberty. That Ku Klux Klan photo was hanging at the National Immigration Museum on Ellis Island. I was really fascinated by this section in the museum that had political images. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, illustrated weeklies such as Puck and Judge were a major forum for political debate. I found this cartoon to be so fascinating. Let's get into it. Here we have this Uncle Sam-like figure doubling as the Pied Piper. And notice that his little flute says lax immigration laws. This Pied Piper is luring rats to the United States. Let's check out the rats. Thief, firebrand, white slaver, degenerate, bandit, convict, murderer. You get it. They were sending us their worst. On the shore, we have the politicians, elite, or aristocracy from the origin nations, happy to see America take these rats. Let's check out what countries they represented. Greece, Turkey, Austria, and Hungary. Italy, Germany, Russia, and France. So people coming from what we now refer to as white nations were perceived as a criminal alien infestation. So now back to this anti-immigration KKK march. Here's the KKK literature of the time. Let's see what they were upset about. The American working men, the backbone of this nation, cannot rest securely when confronted with the ever-increasing swarm of ignorant immigrants, weak in mind but strong in back. American laboring men must be alive and alert to this danger which threatens themselves and their homes. Sounds familiar, right? So then they go on to complain about...
Guys, I ain't even got nothing to add. I'm in awe. I'm not even really in awe. I'll say it this way. It never ceased to amaze me every time you learn something new about them folks. That's how I refer to them peoples, is call them folks. Them folks is diabolical. Them folks is crazy. Them folks will say and do anything to win. You know, side note, it kind of made me think of something. I was watching a video earlier today, and one of those guys who get into the status corrections called in, where they tell you about your CC code, UCCC codes, and why you need to get your status correct. And like you say, on the individual level, I don't think that there's I don't think it's not BS. I don't think it's BS. I think there's some truth to it on the individual level. But see, this is the thing, and like I said, I've had multiple guys I've watched online. Kale from the Zoe Wet show. I used to watch his channel. He was heavy into that status correction. Dare I say, Brother Polite. I would listen to him talk about it. Young Pharaoh would speak about it. People like that, you would hear them talk about it all the time. Never got into it heavy, but it would be the things back in the day, maybe about, say, 10 years ago. You start saying, oh, I got to get into there and figure out what's going on. Maybe it's something I need to look at. But then, as you get older, you realize something. These are just excuses. What do I mean when I say that? These people come up with excuses for why they do what they do and how to get around it. You know why those excuses help? Those excuses give built-in ways for them to do things around you. And then when you pull back enough later, oh yeah, it's law. You just didn't know anything about it. Yeah, you could have done it too. No, they're concealed on purpose. They don't on purpose tell you things like this. They don't want you to know things like this. And if we did learn this as a mass group, let's say of black folks, if there's 50 million of us, just say 25 million of us all went down to a courthouse and said status correction right now. You know what them folks is gonna tell you? I'm that whitey man and I say so. We moving the goalpost. That is what I think people don't understand with these folks. Anything that is willing to remove you, pew, pew, if you get what I mean, up off this whatever planet, realm, flat earth, whatever we live on, they're willing to remove you at any given time for you just for speaking against them at times. Do you really think they're going to honor a status correction that they fully control? I don't believe so. I don't know what makes you believe that is something that's going to happen. Makes no sense to me. I think what it is, I think it sounds nice. I think it gives us hope. To be honest, you know, like I know, there's only a handful of ways to get out of the dilemma that we are in as Black people. Most of them end poorly for majority of us, and is only going to benefit a small number. And I dare to wonder if that small number would even be appreciative of the sacrifice the masses of us gave for it. Because some of these folks out here are some selfish bastards now. Excuse me, why do I say that? You ever be sitting back watching some of these pop the balloons and things like this? These people are some selfish people in the world. And I'm a guy, so unfortunately, ladies, majority of the things that I pay attention to affects males. I do it, you do it too. So you kiss my ass. We do it to each other. We just do this. I'm a Black family advocate, yes. So I will never lean towards Black males. But in my own personal life, yes, of course, I watch man shit because I'm a man, right? So I'm watching stuff like this. I see a lot of egregious behavior from women. And this is not a shot at Black women. This is across the board shot. Pew, pew. No, I'm joking. No, this is not a monolith. When I speak, I'm not saying all women like that. My thing is just like this. If a Negro is known for not taking care of his kids, right? I can't get on here and make justifications for him. I use an example. I used to be that Negro that when Court Holcomb would do some crazy stuff, I would just, I ain't say nothing. I was 5150 fan. But then when you look up one day and everybody gone damn near, everybody has had a falling out, you got to say, man, at some point, these are not good people right here. And, or whatever it is, so you just move on from it. It just is what it is. I mean, no hate, you ain't got to say it out loud, you know? I don't even know why I brought it up at this point. Went in, went out on me. Anyway, let's take a break. Guys, and in the comments section, if you got anything you want to cover, we're going to come back and do one more segment. And then we're going to get out of here for the evening, okay? Because it is getting late on in the day. It's supposed to be the Sky-Free Morning Show. We shooting in the middle of the goddamn afternoon. All right. But we're going to hit a break, and then we're going to come right back. All right. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right. I'm just talking. All right, people. Look, we are back. Well, to make sure everything's coming through like it's supposed to. Yes, it is. All right. Got it there. Welcome back to another episode, like I said, of the Scott Free. Hold on a second, guys. God damn it, should have been did this. Welcome back to a not brand new episode. Welcome back. We from back from commercial break. I said welcome back, brand new episode. Welcome back, guys. I just saw this on break, and I wanted to bring it to the family's attention. And let me get serious for a second. No BS. I give Tyler Perry a very hard way to go a lot. And I do that because to whom much is given, much is required is how I look at the world. And what I think what has happened is that they have allowed degenerates to get so much wealth, and then they glorify them so much to where we idolize them. And I'm not saying that he's a degenerate. I'm not saying this about him specifically, but what I am saying is the content that I've seen this man put out, and that we know that could be a lot better than what it is. Other than his beauty and black, I don't know. I don't watch none of this man's TV shows. I don't want to see. It's too much homosexuality for me, and that is just my personal choice as a heterosexual male. You like it, I love it. I'm just saying, for me, I don't really need to watch that if it's not for me. This beauty and black is the closest I get. It's like Power. I just spoke about that on the last episode. It's like Power. You have certain episodes, certain characters that just don't do it for you, but you kind of try to overlook them because this is about the only content you're going to get that is pretty halfway decent. But when I see stuff like this, I also give propers. This is what I'm saying. God darn it, I'm sidetracked. Basically, all I'm saying is that even though I give that man a very hard way to go, I give respect where respect is due. And when I saw this, let me put it on the screen. I was goddamn talking, I ain't put it on the screen. When I see that, for the people on TikTok, Tyler Perry was seen handing out significant amount of money to TSA agents at the Hartsfield-Jackson Airport down here in Atlanta before they stopped him. We'll get there. But I do want to say this, and I said that to TikTok because they can't see, it's blurry as hell. I got to fix that, guys. We'll get there. Hold on. The fact that I said months ago, y'all remember a few months ago when Trump was out here nanny boo-booing TSA workers who didn't show up for work and work for free, and they gave out their $10,000. I got a video. If I could find it, I would put it up, but I got thousands. And if I could find a video, I would tell you what I told him. I said, he only gave out the $10,000 to a handful of people, basically trying to entice people that are TSA workers to work for free moving forward because it's going to happen again. Who the hell knew it was only a few months later it was going to be the same situation all over again? So now you talking about 40 days that they ain't paying these people. Why are you not paying these people, but you attacking other countries? That means you ain't got no money to pay your people. You ain't got no money to go to war. You know how y'all sit there and wag y'all finger at us from up there at the top. If you don't have money for babies, you need to stop having. Then you need to stop going to wars if you ain't got no money for it. If you can't pay your workers to even get people on airplanes, then you don't need to be going to war with nobody. And nobody can argue with me on that one. God damn it. Argue with your mom. But when I see Tyler Perry out here handing down money, I say bravo. I wish we could do more than just the handouts, but we'll get there and I talk about it because I don't mean that in a disparaging way. Because I have cash with me at all times because I see so many homeless black people that I want to help out. So I do what Tyler does as well. So I know exactly what he's doing. So I commend him for doing that. I just wish we could build an infrastructure, something to where we could do more for ourselves outside of these people. Last segment, I was just talking about Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar's school will not be accredited because he's not going through the proper educational channels to get it done. Hey, you like it, I love it, it's your business. Just know what you're getting yourself into. Make sure you explain it to those children when they walk in the door because there is some consequences for that. But I would say something as I was talking about here, infrastructurally, we do need to build something outside of these people so we don't have to keep coming to these people. See, Dr. Umar's school would work perfectly fine, and I wouldn't criticize the fact that he's not accredited if there was a system outside of the mainstream system that these kids could go off and thrive into, i.e. the Nation of Islam, about the closest you're going to find. See, Tyler has to hand out money to all these people because there ain't no infrastructure in place for him to do anything more. Now, does he do it at his place? Probably so. I don't know. I don't want to get in that man finance. That's his pockets. I'm just saying, you should not have to be paying for TSA workers by handing out money to them when you got a government that they all are getting paid, but the workers ain't. Look, man, I don't know if they done put sleepy people juice or something on us. Because, man, where's the fighting the people, man? Good God, y'all just taking it. They moved. Look, it's like a football field. It was like the 1960s. We was on like the 5-yard. Ready to score. Y'all know anything about sports? 5-yard line is then automatic if you got a Marshawn Lynch or somebody. We had two of them. We had a Martin Luther King and a Malcolm X. Monsters at the time. Guarantee we gonna cross that finish line. Black folks is free. And all we've done since 1968 is proceeded to go backwards. We probably about the 20-yard line right now. On our own 20-yard line if you understand sports. How did you lose so many yards in such a short period amount of time? Because they put people sleepy juice on us. Because we have no fight. Look. I, too, glorify my ancestors who built some amazing things in this nation. This country would not run at all without our family's ingenuity. I love my ancestors. But I think we're doing them a disservice because we ain't building nothing for them no more. We ain't building nothing for ourselves, anymore. Man, forget this, man. Yes, I am willing to purchase land to put a farm on it, grow the food so we can figure out how to give food back and forth to each other when we do it. Does anybody want to start a dairy farm so we can do this together? Because I don't want to deal with the animals. That's just too much for me, and I don't, no, thank you. I come get my meat from you. But what I'm saying is, we can make this happen, but we got to make it happen. Car builders, people are on the assembly lines for years building these cars. I know you know what 1 + 1 does with 2 and 2 does with 3. Let's build some cars. Remember, everything's online. I can order it all. Man, we ain't got no weapon. Why don't we build some guns? Some pew. I didn't say to do nothing with them. I'm just saying for protection. Remember, we are people. We're humans. We are the inventors of everything. We are the creators of it all. The sleepy people juice has made you forget that you can build everything that they are building. They are building everything after watching you. You just never monetize or grow it. You want to know why? Because you ain't built into today's system. We need to build our own. They're telling you, they're goating it in your face because they know you ain't going to do it. Let's prove them wrong. Whenever they say, oh man, why don't you just go build your own if you can do it so well? They are terrified of you doing that. They don't believe you're going to do that. That's the only reason why they say that to you. If you did, it would be, wait, brother, wait, sister. Come back over here and give me your ingenuity. No more. We need to get to the point now where we're doing what I said. We need to go out here now. We just need to build it out. Tyler Perry, I commend you. I applaud you for this. I think that this was spot on, and shame on you. You're not very good, but yes, I muted myself because you should have done something to help. You should not have these people out here working for free, and every price of everything is through the roof right now. Everywhere you go, grocery store, malls, tires, underwear. Everything is expensive. Everything. You know what's the crazy thing in the world? This is how they okie doke. I look at the world different than most of you guys probably. I look at it how one day I'm looking at YouTube videos of how much it's gonna cost to build a tiny home off grid in some cheap land in Arizona. right? That's one day. Next day, I'm looking at Thailand and how much it costs to get a 5-bedroom house with a pool and a driver and a live-in cook and a massage therapist to leave your poo-poo alone. You pee-pee alone. And you know, the price is a lot of times it's cheaper to get all of that in Thailand than it is to build a tiny home in Arizona. And I'm saying, what makes one price so much higher than the other? And if you really stop and say to yourself, it really doesn't make any sense other than they are white tea and they say so. Same way your house price. Same way today, your house could be worth $500,000. Tomorrow it could be worth $200,000, depending on what them folks say. It could be worth $2 million, depending on what them folks say. Ain't nothing you can do. They tell you if you make your house look too cute for the neighborhood, you have priced yourself out the market. But then to come back, take a slum and tell you this is going to be the next hot up and coming neighborhood. So the price of this house goes from $68,000 to $659.2 million, i.e. California, New York, and Seattle, and Miami, and Atlanta now. It just made y'all look. I don't just sit. Look, it's just hard living in a world when everybody believe everything, and you know everything that actually happens in the world. It's just somebody making a decision for you. We are billions and billions of people, allegedly, on this planet that are just told what to do like adult children. And then there's a handful of us that say, I don't like to be told what to do, especially when it don't benefit me. Why you got me doing stuff I can openly see is a detriment to me? It helps you, and you keep telling me, yeah, just keep doing it. Don't worry about what it's doing, just keep doing it. I don't want to keep doing it. And then people looking at me like I'm crazy. No, you crazy, but you don't want to keep doing it. Something wrong with you. No, okay, fine. Let me be crazy then. I'll be crazy. Don't make no sense to me. I mean, it doesn't. It makes no sense. But I digress. Leave it be. But Tyler, I appreciate you, brother. What else we got on the docket? Let's see what else we got up here. What's she talking about? Hold on, guys.
Sylvia Federici says,
Let me restart. I'm sorry if I keep forgetting.
They're controlling the time.
so you don't understand what I mean when I say doctors are cops. Let me break it down for you. In her book, Caliban and the Witch, Sylvia Federici says, the human body was the first machine invented by capitalism. That means that the human body is one of the machines that capitalism depends on to make profit and to uphold that system. And if the body is a machine for labor production, then doctors are the mechanics that the state hired to keep the machines running efficiently and to discipline it when the machine malfunctions. One of the things that is striking to me that Caliban and the Witch talks about, during the transition from feudalism to capitalism, the witch hunts served many important roles, but one of them was the eradication of community medicine and folk medicine that was practiced primarily by women. And instead, it put medicine in the hands of male doctors and institutions. Why do you think that is? Doctors are cops because they decide who is fit for work. They decide who is sick and must withdraw. They decide who is faking sickness and who is considered disabled. They decide who can reproduce. And during the rise of eugenics in this country, they decided who got sterilized. Doctors historically replaced midwives, herbalists, and women healers because under capitalism, the ruling state needs to regulate reproduction. Under capitalism.
Well, thank you, white lady, but she said a mouthful, and she is spot on and correct. There is a lot that that is true. Again, speaking to what I'm talking about, it's kind of in the same line. The world that you perceived growing up is not what we live in. Now, I don't know. People say in COVID 2020, we had a time shift or something. I don't know, but I can definitively tell you this ain't the same no more. I don't feel the same. The world doesn't move the same. My body doesn't function the same. Ain't nothing the same. The food ain't the same. The air ain't the same. Nothing is the same. When you talk to people that you've known your whole life, they don't feel the same. Then you start thinking, is it just me? Maybe just me. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you, everything that you believe to be true isn't. None of this stuff makes any sense. Somebody, I will tell you though, the people who took over this world, because I do know they took it over at some point. I can't tell you if it was 1800, 17, 16, but it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't. It wasn't that long ago. And when they took it over, they decided that they were going to make this some bitch, some like something heavy. When they, oh, hold on, I got a rocket flying over my head. Hold on. I want to make sure that they won't try to drop that thing on me. But one thing I can tell you is that the way the world works is that. Anyway, let me move on. I ain't gonna keep talking. They keep rocket go by. I keep the man. I just showed you guys that.
On Frederick Douglass's.
That crazy about it. Let's go past. Let's see this right here. No, yo, let's watch this. Watch this with me.
A lot of men that are pro-black, right? And then you date a white woman and they're trying to figure out how are you pro-black and you're dating a white woman.
Ooh,
Listen, when you marry
be
a
firm
white
with this
woman
one.
or your generational wealth, your wealth is going to go back to the white community.
Not true.
Because
Pro-black, if we want to use that term, because I'm definitely pro-black.
How do we all feel about prenups?
I wouldn't even consider a prenup. She might have more money than me too, so I don't really. Might need to go the opposite way. Would you
Joe?
Absolutely. Sorry. I have kids. Whatever we get together, it's different. Whatever I have from before belongs to my kids. I mean, respectfully, that's just the way it is. Same. I don't expect anything from.
I guess if you're anything like me, the rules just always seems to, look, I was arguing with my sister one time. My sister said to me that the only biases in the world is leaning towards men. There is no biases that women benefit from. And I said, if you don't kiss my black patootie, because that don't make no sense. I said, like even right now, there's a classic example. This woman right here is saying something. Now, I had no problem with what she's saying. She said, hey, yo, that's mine, B. That right there, I came into here with that. What do I look like? You know, we leaving up out of here and you taking a piece of that. I got kids, nigga. Well, then why don't that apply when the man got the money like that? And I'm not saying all women, but I hear too many women. Good for him. He shouldn't have did. I don't care what he did. Like right now, Candy and Todd. When Candy and Todd broke up recently, that I heard Todd and walked away like a fat cat. Man, women is upset. Woo, they is mad. But they didn't feel that way with Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert broke up. When they broke up, it was like, get them, girl. You shouldn't have been out there with them hoes. I guess too, man. You just want some people to be consistent. People, you know what's wrong with the world? Side note. The world is full of too many people who can't see past their nose. That's a saying from where I'm from, meaning they only can see what happens and affects them. And to be honest with you, that is the worst way you should be in this world. Because if you're looking at the world that way, you're going to miss out on very good people. Because eventually, people are not going to want to deal with you. People are not going to want to be around you. These people are going to move on from you when it comes from that. And you're not going to be able to blame anybody but yourself. And I see this far too many times. Understand that if you say that you love somebody, whether it's in a relationship with them, family, kids, friendships, whatever it is, understand that comes with a level of sacrifice at all times. One, yes, people are not perfect, so they're going to mess up. You cannot hold them to a high standard, but you can hold them to a standard that they have to respect you at all times. And if they fuck up, hold them accountable for it. But then you have to weigh to yourself, what type of person was the person? Am I even giving this person an opportunity for? Are they good people? You know, and then if you can determine that, then move on from that. And because man, understand, humans are we're bad people at times. That's what we do. We're designed. We're flawed. Most of you people are still religious, always hollering forgiveness from the Lord. The Lord is still working on me. And as soon as the time you forgive, you say, fuck that. And I'm just saying, man, it's a time and a place for it. And I'm just saying, love. I'll say it this way. The world is ready to get very hard. They are implementing stages of a master plan. Now, one thing I've learned recently, this is something I said to myself recently. I've missed out so many times on stocks, from Bitcoin to when it was dirt cheap to down to AI now. People have been talking about that. I missed out on all of those things. And they told us years beforehand, it's coming. Well, you've been hearing this one world government is coming. All it is that it is not here, so we thinking it's all a myth. It's always a myth until it happens. This is one thing I've learned about these people. They will tell you they just gonna slow walk you. And what I can feel and see is that the world is changing. Slowly but surely, you're losing your liberties. Slowly but surely, your health is declining. Slowly but surely, your defensive mechanisms and your relationships with your families are declining. Over and over again, if you look up everywhere you're looking at life, you are basically barely holding on mentally, emotionally, physically. I'm hearing so many terms I never heard before. Touch deprived. People are touch deprived, and now they're going to just get touched because they ain't getting touched no more. What? There's so many of us walking around. Why ain't nobody touching each other? Why are we having to be able to turn this into a profession to touch people now because people are touch deprived? Then you got emotional damage because everybody's going to see a shrink now. And then the shrink needs a shrink because the shrink is fucked up. So it's like everybody's suffering and it's like one big cesspool. And I'm thinking to myself, man, it's like living in cancer. I think the world is full of cancer right now. Let's speak to that cancer before we go to break. And then I'm going to close. Well, I said, bro, I'm going to close out the show. Cancer. Cancer is something that gets into your system and it just attacks you at every angle. It attacks you mentally, it attacks you emotionally, it attacks you physically, it attacks you in every way. It attacks your environment, which will be your entire body. It attacks your blood, which will be your water supply. It just attacks everything about you. And then your body does something. If you start doing stuff like drinking alkaline or becoming alkaline, it starts fighting back at the cancer. It's like Mother Nature fighting back at the cancer that's attacking it. And we'll go into it one day in grave detail. But there's a cancer on this world that is sucking it dry. And we're all striving to get a better position to get next to them folks in it. And I'm telling you, at some point, we're going to have to stop that. All right? So that being said, I appreciate the time. I appreciate the love. I appreciate we've been streaming, guys. I guess we'll catch you on the next one. All right? See you on. Peace.
Whoa, hit the like button. What about the subscribe button? Did you hit the follow button? Hit all three and let your boy know that you like the content I'm putting out. And if you haven't done it already, do it now. See you guys on the next one. Peace.
It's the sky.